This video is brought to you by NordVPN. What's up guys, Salut, this is Alex, welcome back to the fried rice series. In this series I am trying to learn how to make fried rice. Even though that dish is very simple, we all know by now, simplicity is extreme sophistication, okay? But there is no great fried rice without a great stir-frying technique first. And that's why this episode is gonna be all about practicing the stir-fry movement at a restaurant level and using a Cantonese wok. Now remember, in the last episode I scoured the internet in search of super specific stir-fry theory, and boy did I find it. 3 cooking masters who each taught me one different aspect of the stir-frying technique. The boxing champion, the motion, how to build up muscle memory. El profesor, the grip, how to interact with the wok. Poker face, the stance, how to use core strength to your advantage.
跟大家说一下快速增长手腕力气的方法。
Theory is one thing, but practice is another. Oh, guys, before I forget, you know that lovely little notebook of mine? Well, you can now get your own on salutcompany.com. Yes, I made it available for you. It's made in France, it's 100% recycled. You've got beautiful cooking cheat sheets at the end of it. And last but not least, I made sure that there's a free international shipping. So get yours on salutcompany.com. Okay, let's get back to the stir-frying motion. Number 1, the motion. The boxing champion told me that the first thing is to train with no ladle, no cloth, and nothing in the wok. First and foremost, moving the wok should be done in a straight line. So the idea right here is to practice with 2 hands for a while, and once you feel confident, let go of the right hand. Oh, much harder. The wok, if I'm exaggerating here, it goes like this, and then it goes like this. It must look stupid on camera, but it's not that easy. 2 hands, 1 hand. Not bad, not bad. Now let's talk about the rocking motion. With a normal stir fry, let me show you what happens. Just look closely at this part, okay? If I'm stir frying, I would go like this. So it's basically back and forth with the angle of the handle changing over that motion. Now with the wok, it's way more complicated. Because of this pivot point right here. Whenever I want the wok to flip up, I go down. Whenever I want the wok to go down, I go up. Meaning that the circular motion should be inverted and should go like this instead. Alright, let's work on the grip now. El Profesor told us in the last episode how important it is for stir-frying. The grip has 2 parts. The position of the fingers and the thumb, but also the cloth and how you fold it. Let's find a cloth. I'm looking for something with a bit of cushioning. This, for example, is gonna be too thin. Even if I fold it a few times on its own, no, it's not gonna work. This is a kitchen towel that I rarely use. It might just be perfect because there's a lot of spring to it. Okay, it's settled. I'm gonna work with this one. Let's stitch it up. Must be doing something wrong because it's making my life harder than it was before. If you've got nothing in your hand, it's hard for these fingers, the supporting ones, to be stable. It's much easier if there's something to squeeze. And this way I can grip almost as if this towel were to be a handle. That works. That's much better. Yes. Cool, I got the grip now, so let's integrate that into the motion. Here I've got about 1 kilo of rice. Absolutely fantastic. Nothing's happening. Oh, no! It it almost feels like rice is too heavy for practice purposes. Let's find another option then. Let's find another option. This is medium-sized couscous. Well, I am happy to report that progress has been made. However, I'm still not at a full, beautiful circular pan toss, but I'm guessing it must be normal since I'm not using a ladle. It's not flipping any better than it was without the ladle. I've been using my right hand in the same circular motion. That's not what I should be doing according to this guy. So let's just go back to the rig and I'll show you what I should be doing. Right, so I'm gonna break it into two movements, okay? Two phases. So it would go like this, together, but then this one goes down and this one goes up. Up, and then they gather again. I was doing this, which does nothing. In fact, I should be doing this. Practice. Man, I'm making progress by the minute. I feel like I'm almost there. The limiting factor now is not the technique, it's the strength. Poker Face was very explicit about the importance of core strength. He even proved that by holding the wok up in the air for a whole minute without even flinching. Spoiler, I'm not there yet. To get there, I'm gonna need more than just goodwill. I'm gonna need muscles. Let me call my guy Hampton Liu from Hybrid Calisthenics.
Alex, my good friend, I heard you needed some help training and improving your strength to master some of your favorite fried rice chef moves, so here's some exercises you may like. First, let's work on that grip strength. Learning to hang from our hands is one of the most fundamental exercises humans can do, and we can practice this on a pull-up bar or a tree branch, like this. Try to build up to the point to where you can hang for 1 minute at a time, and do this 2 or 3 times a day. You can do this every day or every other day. If you get to the point to where you can hang with one hand, your grip strength will be pretty solid. You can use a towel with your other hand to ease the transition. But while we're training our hands to close so hard, we also want to train them to open, to avoid imbalance and pain, which no one likes. And we can do this with fingertip push-ups. Just follow up with a few sets after you do your hanging holds. An easier variation is to do them on your knees. About 2 sets of 5 reps should do you. And lastly, we don't want to forget our skill-specific training, which is to say, in this case, one of the fastest ways to get stronger at wok work is to do wok work. This is just an old wok I had lying around. So your daily practice is also helping develop the muscles you need. Now, my father owned a Chinese restaurant and he worked with woks most of his life. And one of the things he told me was that technique plays a large role. When you have your forward and back technique down, you won't need nearly as much strength. But that's your field. Alex, I gotta run, but I hope that can help you out. Have a beautiful day, and I know your fried rice will be amazing.
Great, and now a quick ad from our sponsor, NordVPN. I use NordVPN to access streaming libraries in other countries. Like, I love to watch No Reservation with Antony on Netflix, and I can only access it with a VPN from France. I use NordVPN to protect my work while connecting on public Wi-Fi services or exchanging files with my teammates. Super easy to use. It even has both Android and iOS apps to secure your mobile browsing experience. Secure internet, like all of your internet data, stays safe behind a wall of next generation encryption. Strict no logs policy. NordVPN don't track, collect or share your private data, that's important. NordVPN's Chrome extension is lightweight and user-friendly from the first click. It secures your browsing in seconds. Get a huge discount on a 2-year plan of NordVPN at nordvpn.com/FrenchGuy, and when you use my code FrenchGuy, you'll get an extra month for free. With NordVPN, you can take control of your internet experience today. Thank you NordVPN for sponsoring this video. few moments later, a few days later, I've been training, and now it's judgment day. If I just improve the time that I did last time, I'll be a happy man. And 3, 2, 1. At some point, I might just fold that walk in half. Yes! I've successfully passed the strength test, so now let's finish the technique. I'm gonna go as far as calling this a success. Success. I was able to perform the motion, the pan tossing motion with the use of a ladle, using a Cantonese wok, and that feels very good. So trust me, I'm so glad that I've mastered the stir-frying motion, but at the moment I just want to cook. I want to cook a little fried rice, and I wonder if I could be using that wooden rig for that. I could almost be fitting a little gas stove in there. I know it's made out of wood, but I just want to cook. So, a few years back I made this. A space wok range. Two things about this range. It's not safe even when it's in good shape. And second, it's not in good shape. It's leaking a bit of gas at the bottom, nothing major. But it's just to perform a little test, just to see if I can stir fry a bit of rice. Not in good shape. I want to get practical, I can't wait for it. Maybe I can just fit it inside my wooden rig. It's not in good shape. The hole in the center of my practice rig is pretty large, so I think the flame can go straight through the center and not touch any of the edges. I'll keep the extinguisher close to my wooden rig. I don't think I'm gonna need it though. It's gonna be very short.
It's not in good shape.
Alright, move along. The party's over. I'm gonna need to build a real stove now. Told you. We'll see us in the next one. Bye bye. Salut. Ah, man.